Your copy lists features. That's not selling. People don't buy features. They buy escape from the thing that's keeping them up at night. Problem agitate solution is the framework that names the wound, makes it impossible to ignore, then offers the way out. 3 stages. 1, conversion. Here's where pass starts. The problem. Not a vague problem. The reader's specific problem, named with their words. Not struggling with marketing. That's generic. Watching competitors steal customers while your ad costs climb. That's a problem. The reader stops scrolling. They feel seen. They keep reading. The problem stage is recognition. The brain says, this is me. The brain has a built-in asymmetry. Psychologists call it loss aversion. We're twice as motivated to avoid pain as we are to seek equivalent pleasure. That single finding is the engine of pass. When you amplify a real problem the reader is already feeling, you don't have to convince them the pain exists. They already feel it. You just make it impossible to ignore. That's the agitate step. The motivation is already built in. 3 stages. Problem. Name the pain with their words. Agitate. Amplify the cost of inaction, the consequence of not solving it. Solution. Position your product as the only logical escape. Same product. 2 completely different copy outcomes. One lists features and dies. The other names a wound, makes it real, and offers the way out. That's the difference. Prospect theory won the Nobel Prize in 2002. Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky proved humans feel losses twice as intensely as equivalent gains. That's why pass works. The problem stage activates recognition. The agitate stage activates loss aversion. The solution stage becomes the only path to escape the pain. Your reader doesn't feel marketed to. They feel understood. They feel rescued. That's why it converts. Here's how to write the problem. Be specific. Not having trouble with marketing. That's vague. Staring at a blank page for hours, knowing you need to publish but having no idea what to write. That's a problem. The reader recognizes themselves. They feel seen. Specificity in the problem is what makes the agitate feel earned. Vague problem, vague agitate, no movement. Specificity is the unlock. The agitate step has 4 working techniques. Consequence cascade. Show how the problem compounds over time. Hidden cost reveal. Expose what they're losing in money, time, opportunity. Emotional amplification. Connect to the doubt, the fear, the frustration. Social comparison. Leverage the pain of watching competitors succeed while they struggle. Use 1. Use 2. Never all 4 at once. Amplify the real pain without manufacturing it. That's the ethical line. The transition from agitate to solution is the bridge statement. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be this way. 1 sentence. It releases the tension. Then the solution, not a feature dump, the mechanism, how it works, why it works, what changes when they use it. The reader has been held in discomfort for the entire problem and agitate. The solution is the relief. Make it feel inevitable. The solution must do 3 things. Bridge the pain you just named. Reveal the mechanism. Stack the proof. Numbers. Testimonials. Case studies. Real revenue, real customers, real outcomes. Our users have generated over 10 000s in 12 months and saved an average of $249,000 SAC. Specific. Credible. Real. The reader's pain is real. Your solution has to be equally real. The solution ends with the transformation. Paint the picture of life after the pain is solved. Imagine waking up tomorrow knowing your copywriting problem is solved. No more blank page anxiety. No more expensive freelancers. No more guessing what converts. That's the after state. The reader sees themselves on the other side. They feel the relief. They click. They buy. They convert. That's pass at full power. Pass has an ethical line. Amplify real problems the reader already feels. Reveal the true cost of inaction they may not have counted. Present genuine solutions that actually deliver. Do not manufacture problems that don't exist. Do not use fear for products that don't deliver. Do not exploit vulnerabilities for profit. When you use pass ethically, you help people recognize problems they already have, see the true cost of doing nothing, and find the genuine solution. That's not manipulation, that's service. Use PAS when your audience has a clear, painful problem. When the problem has significant emotional weight. When your solution directly addresses the pain. When you need to create urgency quickly, skip PAS. When the problem isn't emotionally charged, use PAS instead. When you need to build more awareness, first use AIDA. When the transformation story is more compelling than the pain, use BAB. PAS is a scalpel. Use it when the wound is real. 5 mistakes kill pass. Weak problem identification. Generic problems don't resonate. Insufficient agitation. Pulling punches reduces urgency. Disconnected solution. The solution must directly address the agitated pain. Over-agitation. Too much negativity repels rather than attracts. Premature solution. Don't rush to the solution before tension is built. The framework is a rhythm. Skip a beat and the whole thing falls flat. Name the wound. Make it real. Offer the way out. In that order. Problem. Agitate, solution, 3 words, 1 framework. Every great piece of direct response copy you've ever read uses some version of it. Now you know how it works. Now you know why it works. Now you know the ethical line. Use it. Write copy that names the wound, makes it real, and offers the way out. Subscribe for the next breakdown.